How do we use Virtual Partner Manager to work smarter as well as more efficiently? Or we analyze how a partner has evolved over a period of time and compare this to their performance change in the same time period. Whilst this is a rough measurement, we are also exploring time lags. Different changes in business approach or practices can dramatically impact a revenue stream, for example, but not until some time after the change has been noted. Other dimensions of readiness might have shorter or longer lags associated. With enough data, it is possible to start to identify these as well. Let's now hand off to Katerina from Copco to see how she uses the analytics to target her investments.
Hi, I'm Katerina. As a Regional Channels Director at Copco, I want to see what business changes have been going on at the partners and the impact these have on net revenues to us as a vendor. This chart stacks all the dimensions of maturity we consider in our Business 360 Partner Development Plan and show the increase in scores for each as a percentage. We overlay this stack chart with a KPI line. In this case, we look at a revenue comparison, but it could be pipeline, net promoter score, or others. If you measure it, here is how to see what has influenced it. Of course, there are outliers like NextGen. There will always be other factors like changes in ownership, or them engaging another vendor that will impact their performance metrics. But we can see an overall correlation, especially with the highest growth partners, that business maturity and development drive growth. The last chart was great for seeing partner by partner what was happening, but I have hundreds of partners and I am not in that level of detail. But I still want to see what business changes at a partner will have the greatest impact for different revenue growth targets. For this, first I filter my universe of partners. It makes no sense to compare growth percentage for partners who grow 300% but still account for very little revenue, with partners who have grown 50% but based on a high starting position. There are many other reasons for a filter, such as for my country managers just to see their territories, or the solution teams to only see their product portfolio. To get a sensible view, I group the partners selected based on their historic growth on the x-axis, and compare this to the average for that group in terms of maturity dimension growth on the y-axis, and optionally plot a statistical regression line. From this screen, it is interesting that the lower revenue growth companies are spending a lot of time on their profile, updating their SWOT analysis or refining their target markets. Partners in the middle third are concentrating on getting a good value proposition in place, and the top growth partners are focusing on which roles at the customer they should be working with, often moving from IT contact to C-level engagements. This sort of analysis helps me focus on the right activities in my partner ecosystem for different partner segments and maturity levels.
Katerina was able to use two different reports to see, partner by partner, what maturity changes in a particular partner have taken place and correlate these with performance growth. In the second example, she has looked at her population of partners and can see which areas of increasing maturity align with the high growth partners in the selected group, targeting her investments better to allow her to do more with less. Finally, in this day of artificial intelligence, we can of course open the data for your own natural language queries. This concludes our demo scenario, where we have seen Jim create a project to select the right partners for his partner play in the Nordics. We have seen Cam Howard update the Howard Enterprises marketing maturity, compare the profile to Jim's requirements, and create a partner development plan that gives her expert coaching tips to close any gaps to be number one for Jim, and of course, herself. Finally, we have seen Katerina use the platform to target her ongoing investment in building her ecosystem, looking for the activities that generate the KPI outcomes she wants from each community. Want to find out more? Follow the Contact Peter link for contact details and use the link above for the website and more videos showing how Virtual Partner Manager works and can help you do more with less.